Okay. So, welcome everybody. Today I am with Mohammed. Now, Mohammed, when he first joined us, was at 40,000 per month, and in less than 180 days, he's been able to scale up to 350,000 a month, which is just insane. So, Mohammed, thank you for taking the time to hop on and do this quick little interview.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So, let's start off with just telling me a bit about your background. How did you even get into e-commerce? How long ago did you start? And how did you kind of end up getting to where you're at today?
So yeah, I actually started 2022. No, actually 2023. I was actually watching a lot of dropshipping videos, but I actually didn't have started that. I have actually started 2023 with organic dropshipping, just posting organically, and it actually was working quite well. I had a winning product, and I think I had bought my first 20K, 30K a month, something like that. And yeah, my Instagram page just went down because I was using for my competitor's hook. But yeah, this is just another story. And yeah, I started then the next year with n- Facebook ads. And yeah, I have tested some products before till like I found now this winner. And yeah, after that I joined you.
Yeah, cool. And so then how many products did you test until you kind of found this new one that kind of worked?
So actually it was four. So like I'm very selective when it comes to product. Like I like if I'm putting the time to make a good store and everything, like I don't test any products. And two from them were actually break even, but like they were not winners. But yeah, actually like four. But like every test was at least like 1 month for me, like to test everything to give the Pixar enough time to train. And yeah.
Super interesting. And so then why do you think this current product ended up scaling and working out versus, the other three or four that you ended up testing?
So actually, I think to be honest, it's actually a saturated product, but at the time I didn't know, and actually just trying something that was actually saturated. And before things like that, it was like some new products, but they weren't actually saturated. But to actually s- starting like a saturated product is it's actually like proven, but you kind of need to make it like you need actually like to put the work just to scale it. But it was actually proven, so I didn't need to do a lot of things. So yeah, I think this was the big difference.
Yeah, actually just making sure you pick out a product that's proven already, that's already selling for somebody else. Yeah, that's awesome. And so at this point, you're gotten decent at marketing, you've done organic, some organic drop shipping. You tested a couple of products, you're pretty decent at the marketing, and then you were able to get up with this new product around 40,000 a month. So then once you got to that 40,000 a month, what did you think the problem was that was preventing you from scaling?
So yeah, I think you still remember like after I joined you, like I just put the product and started in the EU first because it was extremely saturated in the US. But like I didn't really know like that after a certain point PayPal kind of hold your money back.
Mm.
And yeah, I just had a lot of delayed orders and then a lot of chargebacks. Then I had like kind of she Shopify hold my money 10% every from every margin I did, and it actually where like a lot of things were not going very well. And even after that, like in Germany, after your second year having a German LLC, you're allowed to do 50K without paying any tax. And after that, after I'm kind of crushed 50K, I didn't realize it. I thought to myself I was actually profitable at that time, but I didn't really was because the VAT tax in Europe are like between 20 25.
Sure.
So I actually needed then to make the switch to US. And like there were a lot of problems going there in the moment. So I didn't even solve them till recently. So I could even then scale it after that.
So you think it was mostly these payment holds and payment processing issues, or outside of that, what was kind of thing that was also preventing you from scaling? Like, was that the only issue that was preventing you from scaling, or was there anything else that you kind of needed to crack as well that unlocked some scale for you?
So yeah, actually like you always said me like to work with UGC creators. I was kinda didn't want to do like to do the investment for a hire or for a UGC creator, things like that. Like some, and also like mental things like that. I didn't have my hire till like 2 months with you or something like that. And I was doing the customer support. I didn't had enough time for marketing. And like after you like telling me this over and over again, I just realized like I need to kind of switch everything up, everything needs to change. And yeah, like despite the cash flow for having actually to scale and to hire people, there was actually also like some thought problem and some mental problems because like dealing sometimes with customers with large orders and things, it's also like messing up
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah, and for sure. I mean, we've all been there. I think most people watching this as well have been there as well, where it's like every time you get to one level in the business, then you have to kind of learn that next skill of hiring and outsourcing, or you make your first little bit of profit, then you got to take and actually go reinvest it without taking it out to actually grow the business. There's a lot of mental blocks there because it's a new skill and obviously some risk involved. But clearly, you made the jump into doing it, and then it's clearly paying off.
Yeah,
Sweet.
that's actually how it is.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So my next question then was like at that 40K per month range, why did you end up deciding to join my consulting program versus, all the other ones that existed out there?
So yeah, like after things were getting better back then, and I was actually like, I did know like I need kind of to invest in myself, like to kind of get to the next level. Like I can't always like be behind. And yeah, I actually watched a lot of YouTube videos. That was like my ultimate source of information back then. And yeah, I just had still some knowledge that if someone like makes a video and when he's talking about e-commerce, I can just tell if he's know what he's talking about or it's just someone like a guru, like the
Sure.
US people would say, like something like that. And I think it was like you video talking about market research. And like when I watched this video and I said to myself, like, this is extremely true. Like nobody else really talks about the market research. It's actually the biggest thing. Like without actually understanding your customer and things like that, you can't really make the good creatives and everything. And it kind of like hit me like if I want to learn from someone, then obviously someone who already is there or not like have done it in the past and then like never, like someone who's actually like doing it right now actually knows what it needs to be done in this moment and things like that. And yeah, that's like how I knew you was the right person and not like
Yeah.
someone else, something like that.
Yeah, cool. Super interesting. And so then after you joined, what were some of the main things that you think, working with me and the consulting with me, that were able to help you scale? Obviously, solving the payment processors were one issue, the customer research you mentioned another. Actually diving into your problems, individually for your business is one you just mentioned as well. Were there some other things that, also helped, that kind of crack that scale for you?
So yeah, actually, obviously the media buying strategy, like I was doing it like the usual with everything else, switching from one structure to the another, doing a lot of tests and things like that, and actually having like a clear like one campaign and like how to do it exactly and things like that actually helped me a lot, not only to save time, but actually to see also better results. And yeah, like there's a lot of the like for the media buying worldwide and things like there are a lot of in it. But besides from that, obviously like the market research with the sheets, like how actually like to find what customers actually want and things like that. And besides from that, actually like the sheets with the creations, what to give the UGC creator, what they need to say, and my actual favorite is still like how to hire people because like I
Sure.
struggled a lot with this personally because I was like someone I can do it better. Like why do I need to have someone do it else for me? But like at some point you kind of need to buy your time back and things like that. Which like now actually like I have a team like I we just actually hired my newest creative strategy like 3 days
Nice.
ago. So
Congrats.
yeah, thanks. Yeah, so like a lot of things, but it's kind of like a lot of things, obviously, but it's kind of like my mind is kind of messed up a lot. But yeah, like even like if I come to you and I'm not certain about doing something, and like you're saying, telling me like you need to do this first, or you only need to do this, you only need to put your focus there. It's like something simple, but it's really making a big difference because like you do a lot of shit and sorry, you do a lot of things, but at the end it only matters like a few of things matters at the end of the day. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, thanks for sharing that as well, because I'm glad to know that some of that clarity or kind of the when I'm saying, make sure you focus on these things to get to this point, then you got to unlock these kind of next things and take those next steps. That obviously that actually did pay off and was working well. So that's cool to hear. Now, the next question I got for you is obviously doing 40,000 a month to now 300, 350,000. You're continuing to scale up to 400, 500,000 a month. You're making a lot more money than you were previously. And so I know it's only been super recent, but like, how is this changing your personal life so far?
So yeah, like obviously I'm like actually more relaxed when it comes to money,
Sure.
but like to kind of avoid like the German tax and things like that, I kind of have like need to invest the money back right then. But like I'm actually like I can brand the product right now and I have like a lot of things still to do. And but yeah, but mostly like I just bought like this laptop recently, like for I think three something K and things like that. And yeah, like actually I'm more relaxed when it comes to money and things like that. But like the most money is still like going back in just to branding and buying inventory and having things like that. But yeah, like I said, maybe it will change after a while. But right now, not much, I would say. But
Sure.
still, like I'm still here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's super recent too. This the scale you've unlocked, but yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's such a big difference, and even the fact that you obviously like it took you such a long time to make the jump to go hire the customer support, to go hire the video editors, and right and kind of buy back some of your time and make that leap. And now it's like you did it. Obviously, you saw the results, and now you see the effect of that. And then you're way ahead of me now. You didn't even come to ask me about the creative strategy. You're just like, boom, hired creative strategist because you already know that's what I was going to tell you anyways. And so you're
Yeah.
way ahead of it now, and you kind of got past that mental roadblock of hiring there. So. I'm excited to see what happens over the next couple of months. Last question I got for you is where do you think you'd be at if you didn't join the consulting?
So yeah, first alhamdulillah, like and thank God and everything, but like it I really would you like would you have and things like that. Like obviously you can't say like something with certain, but like obviously like not here. Like you helped me a lot in extreme a lot of things. Like every time I had a question, like you kind of have a lot of always like kind of an answer. And like I said before, like I'm uncertain what to do in a lot of certain things because like if someone already achieved this what you already achieved, you kind of have like a structure, a path you kind of just need to follow. So if you have like if you are in this scale, you need to do this. Okay, you are in a higher scale, you need to have like an agency to like for the marketing for you just so you can focus on Facebook ads more and things like that. Like when it comes like even like the guy with the Google agency, like it would obviously took me a lot more like to test a lot of agencies just to
Yeah.
find someone to actually know what he's talking about, actually can help me and things like that. And yeah, like I don't think I would be near. And like I said, with the problems before, like with PayPal on hold, Shopify on hold, and the VAT tax where I thought like was profitable, like even like when I came to you at this moment, like I don't know, maybe I would give the product uh up back then. Like a lot of things, like if I think about it right now, like there were a lot of things not going very well and you helped me a lot to like kind of have a structure in my mind what to do next and things like that. And yeah, I'm really thankful to have you as a mentor and actually help me to achieve these kind of things.
Oh no, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad to hear that. And I mean props to you for, when you hear me give you these next steps, actually taking action on it. And then obviously, the faster you move, the faster you've been able to get results. And we've seen that recently. And so congrats to you for the recent scale, man. I'm excited to see what happens over the next couple months.
Yeah,
Sweet.
thanks, man.
Okay, well, we'll call it there.